here with Forever Board Soapery. I am working on another round of bath bombs here today. I have a little rabbit mold that's super cute that I really wanted to use. So I'm gonna get that used up for the first time. And then with whatever I have left over, I'll do some more Easter eggs and hearts and stuff like that. Got this guy going a little high, there's pooping everywhere. So I thought I would try with some little pink rabbits. So just got a little dish here and some distilled water. I had a heck of a day today. I had to return a couple of stick blenders that I bought for soap making. They're on sale with Amazon, but they didn't specify what their ratings were for the plastic itself. And it was super cheap plastic. It was rated a 4, and I need it to be a 2 or 5 for my soap making. And specifically, these are for my classes, so I could potentially be soaping a little bit higher. So I really do need that 5, I think, potentially. So I'm returning them and I just reordered some that are stainless steel instead. I figured that would be the better way to go so I don't accidentally get the wrong plastic again, because nobody's really giving you that information in their write-ups, probably because for most people it's not important, but for me it is. So I ordered a couple of new ones there. We'll see what they look like when they come in. And then I found my concrete candle vessels. I've been doing the tests on them, and they're actually, they're seeping. So the wax is kind of coming through the concrete. I was surprised by that. The first ones that I had done were with that polyacrylic that I mentioned you probably shouldn't be using. It's not deemed to be safe for candles. But the polyacrylic was, it was seeping, and I thought, well, no big deal, because I don't plan to use that one anymore anyways. And then what I did is I made another candle. I made a few candles with the new stuff, and that was kind of in the transition from realizing that the other one had been seeping. So I turned around and I went, well, So I was about to make another bigger candle in this guy, and this one here. And what I decided to do was fill it with water yesterday and leave it overnight and see if it was seeping as well. And sure enough, it is. So the ratios that I had been using with the new Rutland sealer were 4:1, and that's what's on the container to use. But I did a little research and watched a few more people on YouTube, and they aren't actually doing 4:1, they're doing 3:1. And originally it was 4:1 and you dip it twice. But the people that I'm watching that are doing it all the time with this particular brand, they're doing 3:1, and they're doing 4 times dipping, sort of. So I was like, oh, okay. So I have one that's now drying. They're also letting it sit for 1 week after the dips. So we're gonna leave this one sit for a week and see what happens when I use it. And then I'm probably going to have to move some wax around from the old candles into the new vessels, clean out the old vessels and reseal them potentially. Not fun. But that's what I get for moving kind of ahead of myself and pouring when I should have been waiting. But oh well. it is what it is. I will know better for next time, and yeah, a little bit more of a delay on my canvas for everybody. But I would rather get it right before I start selling them. And then my tins, I found that the wick was too small. I had to wick up on them, so I did that today as well. So we'll see how they, well, I've already done a test of the bigger wick and it works great. So I'm happy with that. But just all kinds of things and stuff, I guess, just trying to get through. It's just, I don't know. This is looking really pink, guys, as opposed to red, or not, sorry, not pink, orange. It's not really the color I was going for, but I don't want to add any more moisture to it. So I think I am just going to hope for the best. I don't think orange is a terrible color, and hope that it lightens to a pink tomorrow. We'll see how I feel about it when I go to add in my rubbing alcohol and everything, and maybe I'll try and mix in a different red to get a little more pink to it. I'm not sure. I'll think about it, but we'll see. It is like super cold outside today too. Like when the other day there, when it was like minus 35, minus 40, it actually didn't feel that cold to me. But today we're at I think it's minus 19 or something with 26 or 7 as the wind chill. And I'll be honest, it feels way colder to me today than it did at minus 35. I don't know why, but it does. I've been getting a lot of, or a fair amount of comments from everybody on my different questions that I have throughout my videos, with help and suggestions, that sort of thing. Super appreciate that, guys. It's so awesome that you're willing to share some of your tips and tricks with me. I appreciate it. I'm just peeking here. I am officially at 187 subscribers. I know that's not a huge number, but for me, that's huge. I can't believe 187 people cared enough about the videos that I'm doing to subscribe and that they want to see more. I really super appreciate it, guys. You have no idea how awesome that is. For me, I love it. This week here, I've got so much I've got to start getting done. I need to make, what do I need to make? I need to make lotions. I'm down to 4. I've got 2 orange and 2 strawberry left. I need to make my scrubs, the blackberry, I'm down to 2. And everybody else, there's a fair amount. I think the blackberry is the big one I got to deal with right now. My shampoo bars are getting low. I think I've got 4 or 5 of each of them left again. People are they just really like those shampoo and conditioner bars. So I have to get on those. And then deodorants, I'm pretty low on all of the deodorants, so I really need to stock up on them. I'm kind of putting it off because there was still some there, basically. But I am getting low, so I need to get on that one as well. my shower steamers are getting low too. Basically everybody's getting low. So I've got to get them all stocked up and then get to work as well on some new soaps, just to keep getting that stocked up. Market season's coming, spring is coming. Everybody's going to be stocking up on their things and stuff, so I really just have to make sure I have a lot of stock to get through that time frame, because it's going to get busy and I'll want to make sure there's more there. I also started taking a bit of a community business program. It's called Smart Start. It's at a Leduc, it's a Leduc and Wetaskiwin initiative. But it is supposed to be on kind of just helping you develop your business plan, help you with things that you need to focus on with regards to your business. They have sections on finance and insurance, and you get hooked up with a mentor, all kinds of good stuff. So last night we met with all the potential mentors and we got to pick our top 3 choices of who we'd like to be put with, which was kind of cool. So I was pretty stoked about that. I had 3 that I really did think would be a good fit for me for totally different reasons. One I felt with, she had a really good networking, as well as was local in the community, kind of to where I am, and she really seemed to understand marketing and social media and all that kind of stuff. So I was really impressed with her for that. Another lady I met with was very successful with running her own few businesses that she operated, as far as having some really major contracts. I suspect she will be exceptional in helping me with the marketing side of things, helping decide which direction to go with the company, that sort of thing. And then the third one had some really good, a lot of information on the finance side of things, really understood business loans and all that good stuff. So I was happy with all of them. So we'll see. Not to say that any of the other mentor options seem bad. Those were my top 3 that I thought might be a good fit, personality wise, and all the good things with me. So we shall see. So I decided that this orange, I want it more pink. I've got a strawberry fragrance going in here, and I just wanted it to be more pink. So originally I was using red 40. I'm switching to add red 33. I did just mix it into kind of my oils and rubbing alcohol and all that good stuff. It's not perfectly mixed, but it's not terribly mixed either. And then it'll finish up here once it's inside. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more of a pink bar or color. Okay, so that's make the shea butter. It's always so hot. Is the SLSA and the citric acid, and we're not going to keep making the same mistake with the SLSA, so I'm just going to pause you for a second while I go grab my mask. definitely a nicer pink color. I'm not sure if you guys can see it there, but a little bit more on the pink side, so I'm happy with that. And I had a couple of bigger pieces of citric acid in there, so hopefully they blend out nicely. And then I'm just gonna move some of this stuff out of the way, and then I'll set up so we can start filling the bombs up. So I also have to get wrapping some of my soaps up. They're all cured and ready to go for a few of them. The honey and oatmeal, I've got it wrapped. It just needs to be labeled. And then my lilac and broom and my rose bouquet are ready. So I need to get those wrapped up for you guys so that you can all purchase. This is the bunny mold. It's pretty cute. They had them at Michael's buy one, get one free. So I went for it. Why not? Easter's coming up on us fast, and I think people would like to have some of the bunny bath bombs. It's a different option to treats to have in your Easter baskets, which I think is super fun. The one thing I noticed with the last set there that I made was there was quite a difference in the weights of the little guys, the Easter eggs themselves, and the hearts, and the round bombs themselves. So I can't remember the exact amounts, but the Easter eggs were like 80 grams or something, and then the bombs were like 150, and the hearts were like 160 or something like that. So I left the hearts at the same price as the bath bombs, the round ones. I figured I'd just leave it be. But I did adjust the price on the Easter eggs because it was quite a bit lower. So I dropped it down to $6. So I usually charge $8 for my bath bombs. I dropped it down to $6 for those ones. And then I owe my sister a special something because she was in here when I was still getting it all sorted out, and I hadn't gotten to weights and stuff yet, and she had bought one, and I charged her the full price for it, not realizing that it was so much smaller in weight. So I owe her a special little something because she overpaid, I think, for that one. But aside from that, I'm really happy with them, and I'm happy with the way that everybody turned out and how they look and all the good stuff. So I'm gonna keep making these, and then I don't know, I need to have some fun. I've had a lot of people asking me for some interesting scents and soaps. So a lot of people wanting sage. It's not the first time I've had somebody asking me for it, but they're still getting requests for it. So I do have a pineapple sage fragrance that I had bought. Again, I tend to like those sweeter scents, and I feel like that's just falling into my brand. I might just be that sweeter scent person in general, like for the core of my line for the most part. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I got this pineapple sage one because it still had, I expected it would still have a sweeter scent to it, and it does, but it also has the sage smell. So it kind of is like a meeting, I guess, of the minds, whatever. So for those people who like the sage, they like those earthier scents that maybe aren't necessarily for me. with the pineapple. For now anyways. It's not to say I won't do something a little more earthy down the road as people requested if the pineapple isn't what they're looking for. That doesn't mean I won't do it for them, but it just means for now I stuck with the pineapple, and I think it'll be a good spring scent as well for everyone. So I need to get that one done. And then I've got just my standard ones. I was reached out to, there's a company down in the States that reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in buying my products in bulk, or my fragrances specifically in bulk. And I kind of do, but not really, I guess. So I've started already moving from just ordering smaller 30 mils to, I bumped up to 265 mils, and now I'm up to full liters of my core fragrances that I order. So anything that I try to keep in stock, like my Dreamcatcher's Gentle Snowfall, or my Forever Red, Pomegranate Marshmallow, all those kind of scents, I try to buy them in the liters now because I use so much of it. But the other ones I still order in the 265 just because they're, I mean, I don't know if I'll continue to carry them or not. It just depends on how they smell. And then once I determine if they're going to be one that I carry all the time, then I'll start buying them in the liter. So I'm kind of buying in bulk. But this company sells even bigger. So they sell in the 10-pound variations. And they wanted to know if I would be interested in purchasing a bulk from them. And I said, you know, not quite there yet, but I'm close. I'm very close to needing to buy in bulk. So originally I kind of said to them, no, thank you. You know, now's not the time. I'll reach out when it's time. And then I went onto their website and did a little snooping around and found their prices, I thought, were really good. What I was seeing for their prices looked very similar to what I was paying for my 265s. Now it's US prices to Canadian prices, it's a whole thing. But I was like, okay, so the prices look good. So then I said, you know, maybe send me some samples and I'll keep thinking about it because your prices are looking good. And maybe this is what I need to consider doing, is starting to buy in larger quantities for the ones that I carry all the time so that I can use up that 10 pounds worth of fragrance oil. It sounds like so much to me. So yeah, so I said, you know, maybe send me some samples and we'll see. And then one of the things I thought of afterwards is I wonder what shipping will be like on something that's 10 pounds. And is there going to be duty involved and all that good stuff? So I got an email from them saying that they were going to ship me some samples and kind of asking what my preferences were, that sort of thing. So I gave them a few ideas of ones that or fragrances that I kind of have in my core line that I'd like to have. And then, yeah, we'll see. They sent me, I got the notification that it's being shipped. It's supposed to be here on Monday. Of course, I'm closed on Monday, so that should be interesting. But it's supposed to be here on Monday. And I'll do a video with you guys, just an unboxing and all that good stuff, so you guys can see what I got and check out the company for yourselves and all that good stuff. And then I'll have to do some soaps with the fragrances. All of the fragrances they're sending me are supposed to be soap and candle safe because I wanted it to be able to use it in both of them. So they're supposed to be good for both. And then we'll see. if they perform well in soap and they seem like something that I could have in my core line to potentially replace some of my others, that's what I'll do. One of my fragrances, I am actually getting to the point that I need to order some more, and this may be a situation where I just don't order more. Instead, I order from the other company and stock up that way. So we'll see what the fragrances, I have big hopes for them, big hopes for the shipping and everything to work out well, and kind of go from there. I'm kind of a little bit excited to see what they have to offer and how they will work for me. Okay, we got the bunnies and the eggs, and I have so much left, so we're gonna do the hearts too again, guys. I'm also running out of places to put things. I do have some flowers as well. I wonder, you know what, I think I'm gonna do the flowers. It's a strawberry scent, so not really flowers, but I want some flowers. I already have some hearts, so we'll do some of these guys. And then, of course, with that company reaching out to me and kind of sending me their stuff, it made me wonder if I need to do a little bit more research on wholesale companies and their pricing and products that they have to offer and so on. Because I think I'm there. I think it's time for me to really start considering wholesaling everything that I can. Of course, I'm still a very small business, so scaling up is not super easy because you have to have that money coming in to cover the costs of wholesale. And I'm kind of in that interesting little flex space right now where I have wholesale customers that can take 30 days generally to pay. So I've got that money kind of out on the table. And then I've got, you know, trying to order things in bulk, like containers and fragrances and colorants and all the things. So trying to do all of that, as well as covering the expenses of just operating the shop and replacing product and doing all the things. So it's getting to be, it's okay. I haven't had any issues as of yet. It's just something I have to be constantly thinking about and paying attention to make sure that I have money to cover everything that I need to cover, if that makes sense. I'm finding this, this stuff is very sticky, like clumping together a lot. I'm wondering if that's that rubbing alcohol. I don't know if you remember, but I had the rubbing alcohol I'd bought from Costco was only 50% and I hadn't paid attention. And I'm wondering if that's what's causing it to be so sticky. That being said, it's making good bath bombs. It's not an issue that way. It's just sticky. Anyways, what else is new and exciting? I posted a video the other day. I'm not sure if you guys seen it or if you even cared to see it, of my peas, Nor and Scarlet, breeding for the spring. Yeah, one of the things I said kind of when I first started the channel was I decided to do it under my own name so I could post videos of all the things and stuff. So not just the soaping, but also the farm stuff. You know, you might see some goats and pigs and chickens and maybe the dogs, whatever. Just random things for you guys to see and check out. I'm not sure that everybody will be interested in all of the things. And potentially, if you're definitely not interested in all of the things, I might have to maybe separate out the channels and do one for the people who like farm and one for the people who like soap making stuff and whatever. But for now, I thought I'd just try to do it all in one, and you can kind of watch the ones you like and maybe not watch the ones you don't like. And YouTube is nice enough to share that information with us, the ones that you are watching and the ones that you're not. So I'll have a good idea of what you like to see, and try to make more of whatever it is you actually want to watch, which is awesome. One of the things I have noticed already, is that you guys really like my messy stuff. Every time all my videos that talk about making a mess and how incredibly messy I am, you guys are so appreciative of it because apparently many of you are as messy as I am. So you guys are really appreciating seeing somebody who is also showing a big mess as opposed to an extremely edited video, which is great. These guys smell so good. The strawberry is really nice. I'll be honest, this one I think put it away. I think this one was Voyager, might have been Candora. I'd have to double check. It's a nice strawberry for sure, but I actually prefer Windy Points. So for two reasons actually. One, I prefer the scent, and two, this one seizes like nobody's business in cold process. So I can't use it in my soap, so that's why we're using it up in bath bombs and lotions and things like that, is because I can't actually use it in my soap because it seizes so bad. I had to throw out the entire 4 loaves last time because it was a wreck. I was not happy with it at all. And then the one from Windy Point did not have that problem. So that's why I'll definitely move to the Windy Point option next time again. At least in my recipe, it behaved properly, which was good. You know, guys, I might actually prefer doing bath bombs in these trays over the bath bomb squishy molds, the presses and all that stuff. I really like the detail I'm getting out of this. It's pretty simple to do. As messy as I'm being here, I find it's less messy than me trying to put it into the round containers and swishing them together. Just been really, really happy with the way these are working out for me. And I don't even know where I came up with the bright idea to do this. Somebody probably did it and I watched them do it and decided, oh, that's a good idea. But it just hadn't even occurred to me to do my bath bombs in these molds for whatever reason. And now I'm just so happy with them that way. Okay, so that's one's full and we still have a ton left over. So I think I have another bunny one. Might as well do it up. I'm not sure that this is going to use the last of it either, but we'll try. These are just small little guys. Which are probably good. Depending on their weight, maybe I'll be able to run these guys on sale for like $4 or something in the store. We'll have to see how big they actually come out as. But I feel like parents definitely like to have a lower priced option sometimes for the kiddos, which is fair. So I'm going to be offering some classes just in my community. I've had so many people ask me for soap making classes. They just want to learn how to do it, and that's how I started out. Was somebody took me just through a basic class, talked about how to use lye safely and wear your gloves and your mask and all the things, long sleeves, all that good stuff. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I have been approached by the community hall to do something with them, and I've been approached by just some individuals to do something here. So I'm going to start that here for March is kind of I'll start doing it and then just fill the classes in where people want them. I don't think I'm gonna specifically say I'm doing classes on this date at this time. It'll be more of because I don't specifically have a lot of space. So it's not like I can get a lot of people in here anyways. I can only do 1 or 2 at a time anyways. So what I'll do is have them come and just book a time that's good for them and me, and we'll just do it, because I just don't know when. Yeah, because I can be flexible in that way, I guess, is my point. I can be flexible for them, pick a time that works for them and then works for me as well, and off we go, because it's only a couple of us we're trying to manage our time with. So we'll do that, and I think that'll be fun. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, well, aren't you worried that whoever these people are will steal all your customers? And I think I've just decided to take the philosophy of a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, and that's that no, I don't think I need to worry about them stealing my customers, and if they do, they do. I'm just gonna kind of do me and not worry too much about what other people do and don't do. I think I kind of think about it like baking. There's people who bake and they share their recipes on what they make and whatnot. And some of us will go ahead and we'll make that recipe once and never make it again, or we may make it 1,000 times. And maybe 1 or 2 of us decide to start a business with that recipe or whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody isn't going out and starting a business. There's so much more involved than just that recipe and making the soap. There's such a learning curve getting started. Even after you've taken a class, there's so much more to learn than what the class can possibly offer. And just the business side of things, all that goes with it. So I'm really not concerned about those types of things at this point. If people will be interested in buying my soaps or they won't be, and that's just fine for me. I feel like my customers are just happy to be working with me, and some will be just as happy to work with somebody else, but I don't think it's going to be a case of I will lose my customers because I taught somebody else how to make soap. I think it's just fine to do that. But I think the CNF forms all on their own here in Canada will dissuade people from starting their own businesses. Those things are they're rough, man. It took me so long to figure those things out, and even still, the last one there that I had done, I got hit with errors on it. Thankfully they caught them so I could fix them, but it is not easy, and anybody who says it is can please come do mine for me because I don't find it easy at all. Okay. So we filled another one here. The little ears are not filling up quite the way I'd like them to. I'm hoping they're gonna work out for me. I feel like I keep having to pack them more and more and more. Okay. Don't want to mess with this one too much because it feels like it definitely needs to harden. I still have so much more. So I have enough to probably do one more mold of something. I am going to go ahead and let you guys go for today so this video doesn't get crazy long. And I'll probably do some mica painting on these ones. So I'll bring you back next video for some mica painting and you'll be able to see whatever mold I went with to finish them off at that time. I hope you enjoyed my rambling today and we'll talk to you soon.